It looks like I'm drinking Starbucks. This is great.
Yeah, and I'm drinking Red Bull. This is actually Alan Hirsch's Red Bull that he left in here earlier. So, cool. Well, we're rolling.
We're rolling.
Yep. Hey, I'm Josh Jackway here inside the Exponential RV.
In the Exponential RV.
And I'm hanging out here with Carlos Whittaker.
Yes.
Or, if you follow him on Twitter,
Loswhit.
at Loswhit.
LOSWHIT.
Yes. People who follow you on Twitter have to notice that you are traveling all the time, back and forth from Atlanta to Nashville. You want to talk a little bit about what you're doing?
Yeah, man. I signed a record deal with Integrity Music a couple months ago, and so we're working on my first album. So I'm in Franklin, Tennessee a lot lately. I'm driving up, and it seems like the schedule now is drive up on a Monday morning, be at Jason Ingram, he's my producer's house, by 10, write and record for 3 days, and then drive back on Thursday. It's kind of been the story of my life for a little bit, but we're almost done. We've got 8 out of 14 or 8 out of 12 tracks done, completely recorded.
Wow!
And, yeah, it'll be coming out January 1st. I think the EP on New Year's Day we're going to drop it, and then so there'll be 4 songs, and then the full length will come out in April.
So talk to me about the process that it goes into creating that record. It's more than just recording a song and then boom, it's done, right?
Well, I'm doing it a little differently than, I have the luxury of having a record label back it, so I don't have to like pay for studio time and then go in there and record. So I'm actually able to write, because I'm writing the songs as I'm recording them. So I'm actually able to write the songs with Jason, my producer. He's a great songwriter. Christian, he was a Dove Award-winning Songwriter of the Year last year with Brandon Heath. He's a super accoladed producer, so I've been able to write these great songs with Jason. And then slowly record them. But we really wanted to make sure that we were writing, these songs to make the church uncomfortable. There's a lot of songs that'll be comfortable, but then we're definitely trying to hit some songs that are very uncomfortable. But basically, you write your songs when the record label agrees that those are the songs they want you to record. Then they'll let you go in the studio. Then you go in the studio and you hire studio musicians. They come in and you kind of give them creative direction as to what you want it to sound like, because until then it's either just been sung on with a keyboard or acoustic guitar.
Okay.
And then so you start building that thing together, and slowly but surely over the course of a couple months, these huge songs kind of come out of there. And so these songs are rock with some urban feel with the DJ and some hype vocals going on. But the creativity of songwriting is definitely a craft. It's definitely a muscle that you have to exercise. So.
And how's that been with, because you're married, you got 2 or 3?
Three kids.
3 kids. Two girls?
2 girls and a boy.
And a boy.
Yeah,
okay.
2 girls and a boy.
And now how's that been for your family with you being gone for...
Yeah.
Do they come with you, or do they stay here in Atlanta?
They've been coming with me sometimes.
Okay.
I worked for the local church for 13 years, so I haven't ever had to travel. So this new season in life where I kind of left my full-time job at the church, I'm still leading worship there.
At Buckhead?
At Buckhead, yeah. But I've left the full-time staff role so I can pursue some other opportunities. And so I've been traveling a lot more lately. And so we're definitely at the stage right now where we're like, okay, we can probably only take this a little bit longer, and then we've got to figure out how to do this a little bit better. So I think there's a possibility of maybe homeschooling our kids next year, so that maybe they can go on the bus with me when I go on tour. We'll just be a little partridge family. So
cool. Yeah. And one of the things, people follow you on Twitter, you were talking before about you were running and all of this stuff. Yeah. What's kind of been the story with that? Are you still chasing? Oh, you mean running as far as like a marathon? Yeah.
Yeah, last year, actually this weekend last year, I ran the Long Beach Marathon. So about a month and a half ago, I said I'm going to start training for the Vegas Marathon.
You are, for sure.
And I've completely stopped. So I've completely stopped training. And the record is just too much. There was just way too much traveling, and I don't have a rhythm in life. So. And
what was your time last year for the marathon?
Oh gosh, it was 5 hours and 15 minutes.
Hey, that's pretty good.
No, it was pretty good.
Was that your first one?
My first marathon, yeah.
Okay.
And I loved it. And I I didn't train very hard. My wife trained nonstop, but for me, I'm a words of affirmation guy. So, and when you're running a marathon, there's just people lining the streets cheering you on. So I put my name on my shirt so that people could cheer Carlos. Come on, Carlos, you can do it. So literally. It was a breeze. It was amazing.
And which marathon did you do?
It was the Long Beach Marathon.
The Long Beach.
Yeah, okay. It was Long Beach out in Cali,
cool.
SoCal.
Which is where you used to live.
Yes, so I was in California for 14 years before I moved to Atlanta.
Okay. So. And the way that I actually came to know about you was on TV.
Yes, LA Inc.
Yeah, getting your tattoo done.
Getting my tattoo done. So that was a great experience. They let me kind of share the gospel on on national television, and it was really cool.
And what's been kind of like the return off of that? Have you gotten like a lot of?
Oh yeah. Actually, the biggest return off of that is everybody that emails me or MySpaces me or finds me that has seen the show just wants to know where I bought my shirt. That I was wearing.
You were wearing? What shirt were you wearing?
It was a shirt with this like Axl Rose skull on it, and there was like he had a bandana on it, and anyone wants to know is, hey man, where'd you get that shirt?
That's funny. So where did you get the shirt?
I got it at Metro Park.
Metro Park.
Metro Park. It's like a metrosexual kind of really expensive store.
Out in California?
No, they're in Atlanta.
They're in Atlanta?
Yeah,
okay.
in Atlanta.
I live in Kansas City, so...
Yeah, you probably don't have...
We don't have Metro Park.
Yeah, don't have Metro Park there.
We've got like one good store that my friend Matt runs, and that's the one place I go to.
Awesome, man.
So, cool. Well, thanks a lot for coming and hanging out in our awesome RV.
No, man. Thanks for having me. I missed you guys when you were driving through Atlanta, but I'm glad to get you out here and going out. How's Catalyst been for you today?
Well, I've been in here the whole time.
You've been in here the whole time?
Yeah,
okay.
Well, because I've been shooting these videos, so we had Dave Gibbons come and hang out here, and Alan Hirsch, and so they were like all powwowing in here, and I just was sitting over here on my computer, and I was like, it's like the meeting of the minds.
Yeah,
people were like making up words and talking about like new innovative ideas, and I'm like, I can't believe like I'm just like sitting here like
you're getting like the
tweeting all of their thoughts.
Do you guys have like Wi-Fi in here or something like that?
No, actually I've got a little like Virgin USB thing that you plug in and get your wireless.
Right on, man.
So
cool, bro. Well, yeah, this is the Lap of Luxury. Thanks for letting me hang out in here, man.
This is what you need for your family if you take them on the road.
Believe me, dude. I'm gonna maybe take the Exponential RV and turn it into the Ragamuffin Soul Bus. Yeah,
well, and it's funny because you pimped one of my best friends, Tommy Bowman.
Okay, his song.
You pimped his CD, which was the same time that we were trying to like hook up with you, and I was like, this is a sign from God, but it wasn't a sign from God. It's like when you're like, I feel the Holy Spirit moving, and it's like, I just had a bad time.
Yeah. That's funny.
But so how's that been? The whole pimping music thing. Have you gotten
it's been good.
some like crazy returns off of that? Where
I figure. God has just allowed me to have a platform and to share my music, and so I'm like, I need to be sharing other people's music. So, I'm every Wednesday, which is today Wednesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday, so tomorrow.
No, today is Wednesday.
So I got a blog post. So
Man, you gotta get on that.
I gotta pimp another one.
You need to lay your work over on Ann Jackson and then
go
over and...
I've got 120 people submitting songs for that. So.
Really?
Yeah. So
well,
I knew a lot of songs to go through.
I remember Tommy had submitted his for last year's Catalyst.
Right. Okay.
Because like it was like he'd wrote it, and then the theme last year was something about like coming together, or community, or something like that.
Together. Yeah.
Yeah, and his was called Together You and I, which he'd written for.
Oh wow.
A church service that we did.
Cool.
And so he's like, I'm submitting this to Catalyst, and he'd forgotten about it, and I was trying to find a way to contact you. I was on your blog, and I texted him like, dude, like. Carlos Whittaker is pimping your music today, right now, as I'm trying to contact him.
That's awesome.
And he was like working out at the gym. He's like, what? I gotta get home and check this out.
That's awesome, man. Cool.
So, cool. Well, thanks a lot,
man. Yeah, no problem.